Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Elizabeth. Today I'm gonna be walking you through a little bit of a get ready with me. I'm gonna be showing you how I blow dry my very thick, very long, super curly hair today, and some of the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way so that you can hopefully get this similar salon quality blowout for yourself at home. I have a couple of key brushes that you definitely are gonna need in your life. So if you like these kinds of videos, then go ahead and stay tuned. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is my hair pretty fresh out of the shower. I have let it air dry probably for like 15-20 minutes or so, so it's still pretty wet. The ends are very wet. They're like kind of dripping right now, but for the most part it's getting a little bit drier for me, so it's easier for me to work with. Before, like right after I got out of the shower, before I even brushed my hair, I put this stuff in my hair. It's the Oribe Super Shine Light Moisturizing Cream. I love this stuff. Come on. I love this stuff because it's super lightweight. It doesn't make your hair feel like it's weighed down, and it honestly doesn't really feel like there's any product even in your hair, which I really like. I like my hair to feel as just clean and not goopy as possible. So love that stuff. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is rough dry my hair. I'm gonna get it probably about 80-85% dry, and then after that I will start round brushing. So the blow dryer that I use is a GHD. I'm obsessed with anything GHD brand. I love all of their products. They last forever. So I love the GHD blow dryer. It gets pretty hot. It's really strong. So we'll go ahead and get going with the rough dry. Okay, so just finished with the rough dry. Guys, this is legit what my hair looks like. Like I can't. This is stupid. Some of my ends are still a little bit wet, but that's fine. We're gonna get it with the round brush. It is currently 1:39 p.m. Just turned 1:40. So we're gonna try to get all of this done in the next, I would say 30 minutes or so. If I can get my hair from out of the shower wet to dry and styled in 30 minutes, that's a freaking amazing day for me. So that's what we're gonna try to do. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is section off my hair. I'm gonna do I would say pretty big sections. So I'm gonna just put all of this big stuff on my head. I'm gonna move this because that is very bright and I hope it's not too annoying. So I'm just gonna put all of this on top of my head, and then what you'll see is I have about, it's like an inch thick worth of hair, but it's a full layer all the way around my head. So I'm gonna brush this out. Okay, so that's all brushed and ready to go. Now I am gonna be alternating between two different brushes while I'm doing the round brush. Both of them are dry bar. This one is brand new. I actually just bought this today because I wanted to see how the smaller one would work. And then this is the other one. So this is their half pint round brush, and this is their full pint round brush. Typically what they say for long hair is that if you want like a straight look, you should use their double pint, which I also have, but it's huge. And then if you want a curly look, you should use the full pint. To be honest with you, I can't figure out how to get a curly look with using a brush this big. So that's why I got the small one. So we're gonna see how this one goes. I think I'm gonna try to do this bottom section with this new small one and just kind of see how I get on with it. So we will go ahead and get into it. I don't really do anything special when it comes to selecting pieces. I just kind of get in there with the brush, make sure that it's attaching to my hair pretty well, give it some nice pull, and then I'm just running it down my hair. So basically what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna just kind of put this in my hair at the root. It gives some pretty good pull to your hair. So I'm just gonna start with the blow dryer here. I'm gonna start slowly bringing the brush down. And then once I get to the ends, I'll kind of start looping it up. And I'm gonna have to go over it a few times for it to get completely dry, and then the very last couple of times I'm gonna focus more on the end so that I can get that nice curl at the bottom. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side, but I come in from underneath. Okay, so that is the finished product for that first section. So you can see it's got like a nice curl at the bottom. It's super soft, super smooth. And for any pieces that you're seeing that like, maybe it's not totally smooth yet, don't worry about it. Just keep going because you have so many layers of your hair to get through. You're bound to get that nice and smooth by the time that you're finished. So I feel pretty good about that first section. What I do think I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna switch over to the bigger brush, the full pint, because this one's good for the ends. So I think I am gonna continue doing the ends with the smaller one, but for just getting my hair straight and smooth and dry, I'm gonna stick with the bigger one because it just seems to get it a little bit faster, get it drier for me. So I will go ahead and do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead, make sure that I'm in focus here. Go ahead and get another layer, again, about an inch. Ow, ow, ow. And again, also don't worry, like when you're putting the other layers on top of the one that you just did and you start brushing through it, you might be worried that the wet pieces of hair are gonna get your freshly blow-dried hair wet again. And they might, but again, you're going back over it with the blow dryer, so you're gonna get all of those pieces nice and dry anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same technique, but I'm gonna use the bigger brush this time, and I think that's gonna help me go a little bit faster.
Shamelessly display my state of mind. You walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
Okay, so one thing that I did want to stop and say really quick is that you'll notice that when I'm going through my hair, I'm pulling and then I kind of give it some slack and pull again. And as I'm doing that, I'm also rotating the brush just slightly with my hand. And what that's doing is it's keeping my hair really taut on the brush. And that's actually one of the reasons that I love these dry bar brushes, because they already keep your hair really nice and like locked into the brush so you can get it really taut. But what that tightness is gonna do is allow you to get super close to your roots so that you can get out any kinkiness that you have right at your roots. And that's really what's gonna allow you to get your hair nice and smooth and shiny and sleek. So that little tip of just like brushing it down, stop, turn, brush it down, stop, turn, brush it down, stop, turn, brush it down. You're not actually really turning the hair into the brush. It's just kind of like naturally how you're rolling it down, just like that. Okay, so now that I've gotten that dry, again, I'm gonna go back with the smaller brush and I'm gonna do the ends a little bit again. Okay, feel pretty good about that. And you probably noticed, but I like to kind of do some pieces out, some pieces going in, just kind of depends on your preference. But if you do them in different ways, you tend to get a little bit more volume. But so far, we're looking good. Feels nice and dry, I'm loving it. Okay, so section number 3. I actually go, for this third section, I go in a in a diagonal line from my ears kind of up to the crown of my head, because I want to save those pieces right around my face for last, but I want to get the rest, like the bulk of the rest of my hair done before I have to do the top, because the top is a little bit different and then the sides are also a little different. So I'm just going to repeat this same process again. Get this out of my face.
Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me.
Okay, so I'm gonna do one more section before I get to the very top. The very top I'm gonna save, obviously, for last. Because there's a little bit of a different technique that you probably want to use for the top to give yourself a little bit more volume. So I'm going to go basically right on my temples. I'm going to section off that very top part around to the crown of my head. And that's what I'm going to leave for last. So basically all I'm doing right now is those side bits that I missed in the last section. I really don't have much in the back because I did that in the last section. So it's mainly just the side bits. Now with these side pieces, you're gonna wanna be a little bit more, I don't know, specific, I guess I'd say, in terms of how you're using your brush and how you're positioning it. This is where you're really gonna want to have mastered getting your hair really taut on the brush, because the tighter you can get it on the brush, the easier it's gonna be to get to all of these super tiny baby hairs. And for me, I don't know about you, but this is the part that is the curliest for me. And it's just always such a hassle. I'm probably still gonna have to go in after I blow dry and touch it up with a straightener just to get it a little bit closer. But by and large, these brushes honestly get like super close and give you a really nice sleek blowout on these pieces. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I think I want to use the small brush again, because I think this is going to help me get just a little bit even closer to these pieces on the side. So I'm going to start with this one. If you see me switch halfway through, that's just because I'm more used to the bigger brush anyway. Both of these are working really well in my opinion, but I think this one is going to give us what we want for these side pieces. Okay, so I got those pieces actually like pretty straight, minus this little curly Q right here, but I'm gonna get that one in the next section. These ones, not so much. They feel really soft and smooth, so that's nice, but these are the ones that I'm probably gonna have to, or definitely gonna have to go back in with a straightener and touch up. So let's go ahead and keep going. I think I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna do the ends a little bit more curled down here. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Look at those curls, so nice. Okay, so now we get to the last piece, the top part. And basically what I am gonna be doing up here is trying to get my crown with just a little bit more volume, so I don't have to tease it. I don't have to like put any more product in it or anything like that. I'm just going to use the blow dryer in a different way to get some of that volume. I'm not going to do it with this whole piece. I'm actually going to do these front sections kind of by themselves. Let's see if that, I can't even see. Is that good? Yeah, that's close enough. So I'm gonna section off, I'm still here, hello. I'm gonna section off this back piece. I'm just gonna twist it around a couple times. This doesn't need to be perfect because it's just gonna be hanging out here in the back. I'm gonna clip it, and then I'm gonna get these front pieces parted how I wanna part them. Okay, so now here comes the hardest part. This part is not my favorite, but it's really nice in terms of getting a little bit more volume at the top of your head. It's gonna be really hard for me to stay in focus here in the camera because my hair is so, you can't even like, ooh, it's so long. So even if I go all the way back here, you're not gonna be able to see most of it. But essentially what I'm doing is I'm gonna cut this into two sections, this back piece, essentially even sections. I'm gonna start with the back one, so I'm gonna leave the back one down, and I'm gonna clip the front one again over to the side. Doesn't really matter where you put it. And then for this one, what I'm gonna do is everything that I'm about to do with the blow dryer until I get to the very ends of my hair, I'm gonna do in an upward motion. So going up as much as possible so that you're getting the roots away from your head as much as possible so that you're keeping that volume in there. So this is the part that gets really awkward because my hands are in really weird positions, but I'm actually gonna start this one with the smaller brush this time, because again, I think this is gonna help me get a little bit closer to the root. So I just make sure that that's nice and secure on there. I get the brush down to where my roots are, and then I just go really, really slow. So you'll see kind of how I do that. Okay, so see how this hair right at the root, it's like kind of standing up on its own? That's what you want. That's gonna help give you that volume right at the root there. So we're gonna do that exact same thing. Sorry, it's so hard to see what I'm doing. I like literally don't know how to get in the camera. But I'm gonna do the same thing with this second piece, and then all I'm gonna do after that is go in and fix any ends, curl anything under that I wanna curl under, and then I'll be done. So we're almost finished. I am very tired. It is 2:18, and so it's been 40 minutes, so we did not achieve our goal, but that's okay. We're still going. Let's do this. Okay guys, so there you have it. It is 2:25. We did not get this done in 30 minutes, but I actually think that if I hadn't been talking to you the whole way through, I could have gotten this done in 30 minutes, and actually probably a little bit less than 30 minutes. But this is the finished product. So as you can see, I think I would still go back through and I would fix up some spots with my straightener. There are still some places that are a little bit too fluffy for my liking, but overall, to get my hair this straight just by using a blow dryer and a round brush, considering how curly my hair is, this is like fantastic. And it saves me so much time because this is something that I can do to my hair from start to finish in 30 minutes or a little bit more. And I can be out the door and I can feel like I look put together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got a little bit out of it. If you did, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button at the bottom as well, so I know that you guys like these kinds of videos. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Bye.